What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today, quick little commentary, I don't know about quick, but a couple of topics over just kind of my thoughts on Modern Warfare 3. So basically, what I wanted to talk about today in this video is two more issues that are plaguing Modern Warfare 3. This is not necessarily the obvious ones, which are skill-based matchmaking and the armory unlock system. I'm going to talk about two other things. So yeah, if you're interested in the video, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Okay, the gameplay is some sweaty gameplay. I do not do well. This is not a forgiving SBMM lobby. I figure I don't get a lot of them. You know, I here and there I'll get like a game where I get like a 2 KD, maybe a 3, but for the most part, most of my games are like this: competitive. I get 2 kills, die, get 3 kills, die, get 1 kill, die. Like it's very much so like that. Okay, skill-based matchmaking is very much so in the game. I'm not saying I'm a great player or anything like that by any means, right? But at the same time, the game is not forgiving for medium players as well. I would like to think I'm at least a mediocre player. Okay, I can pull out a streak if I am trying my absolute best, but like I can't get like a nuke with my pistol or something like that. Okay, I'm not a great player by any means. With all that being said, let's get into the first the first main issue regarding Modern Warfare 3, which is packet burst. Now, it didn't really hit me too much in this gameplay, I would say, but packet burst is a problem that is plaguing this game. For people who are much better than me, I've heard that basically the skill-based matchmaking takes you away from lobbies that are inherently closer to you, and so you're playing against people who are way better, which means you're probably playing against people who are way further. All right, and that kind of just makes sense. And with that being said, you're obviously going to experience more lag compensation, otherwise known as packet burst nowadays, because the servers are not steady enough, especially if it's not in the same state, not in the same region, right? If you're on the West Coast, you might be playing people in like Canada, Europe, or East Coast, or China, something like that, right? You could be playing some random people. And the game knows that, right? The game knows that you're playing against random people, and at the same time, they want to do this because they want to make sure that you're basically sweating as hard as you can. They want to make sure that you are not getting an easy lobby 24/7, right? Because if you get an easy lobby 24/7, you're going to get bored with the game, or you're going to cause too much unfun for the other team, and people are going to quit this game, and they can't have that, right? So engagement optimized matchmaking ensures that if you have fun for 2 games, someone else is probably having fun for 2 games, which means you're not having fun for 2 games. So I guess if you want to work at it like that, it makes sense on paper, but in a player's experience, nobody wants their matches calculated to where oh, hey, if I'm having fun for these 3 games, my next 6 are gonna suck. Nobody likes that feeling of immediate dread, basically. And that's basically what skill-based matchmaking or engagement optimized matchmaking is doing. And obviously on top of that, it's causing packet burst. It's causing extrapolation. I don't even know. Something came up on my screen that I didn't even see the other day, but it happened because I was noticing I was just losing so many gunfights. I was using the FR556. I think I'm using it in this gameplay. I'm just leveling it up. It's not a bad gun, but I do notice sometimes it hits harder than other times. Sometimes my bullets are not registering, and etc. Right? It's just not working for some reason, and sometimes it does. I really don't understand why. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but for some reason Activision thinks that engagement optimized matchmaking is saving Call of Duty or just making Call of Duty better. Speaking of that, there was this stream from Repulize or something like that. I think that was the dude who was in the Call of Duty stream, and basically he was asked, he asked if they could talk about SBMM, and they addressed it by saying no, we cannot, or they didn't even say no, we cannot. They just said no questions or something like that. Basically, they're just not willing to address skill-based matchmaking, even if a content creator wants to ask on behalf of the community. And I know that Charlie Intel, when he used to get invited out and everything, he used to ask as well on behalf of the community, and he would get no answer. And so I think at a certain point, according to his other Twitter account, Keyshav or something, according to his other Twitter, he doesn't really get invited out to this kind of stuff anymore, which is kind of crazy because he's probably one of the biggest COD, not influencers, but COD news sources in the world, probably the biggest next to Call of Duty itself. And they don't even want to talk to him anymore. So, I mean, it seems like he's trying to do what he did for the people, trying not to be too much of a COD shill, but at the same time trying to be, supportive of the devs and make a living, I guess. At the end of the day, it kind of sucks. It is what it is. But yeah, let's talk about the next problem here. The second issue with Modern Warfare 3, not skill-based matchmaking. Obviously that's an issue as well. But actually the other issue is the SMGs and overall, I guess, the weapon balance in general. Now that we're like a week into Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and most people are level 55, because what else are you going to do? There's no prestige system, so there's nothing else to unlock. People are finally starting to experiment with different weapons instead of the MCW and the DG58, which is good. But people are quickly realizing that there's no point in switching to anything else because everything sucks in this game. I know that a lot of the assault rifles are very usable. Obviously, like all assault rifles are like the best to use right now. If you're not using an assault rifle, you're pretty much putting yourself at a huge disadvantage. But yeah, people who are using LMGs, snipers, I think battle rifles are okay. Marksman rifles, honestly, I think battle rifles and marksman rifles should just go together. I don't know why we have a separate category for this. Yeah, from my knowledge, I think snipers are okay. Some snipers are okay, but for the most part, assault rifles are just reigning supreme, and not a lot of other stuff is good in this game. A lot of the SMGs suck. I saw a Reddit post the other day. Let me see if I can pull it up actually. Basically, this guy goes, his name is Dynamic Flashy. He says, I'm done with the SMGs until the much needed balancing patch, which is definitely true. He says, I've tried to make everything to make the SMGs work, but they're just futile because ARs and the BAS-P are better in every situation. The WSP9, I remember picking that up one time. It is trash, dude. People are kind of getting bored of this game because of the fact that there's less weapon variety. However, at the same time, if you're someone who's playing the game like 6 hours a day for the past week, can you really say you're getting bored of it? I mean, like, you're basically treating the game like a job. I mean, you'd probably get bored of anything if you played or did something for that long at a time, right? So for those people, I don't really believe you that much. I'm not gonna lie. You know, if you're one of those people who's just like, yeah, I play tennis like 8 hours a day for, 5 months a year and I'm bored of it. I mean, what do you expect? You know what I mean? You're literally doing it into the ground. I have to assume you like it to a certain degree, but you probably also are going to get sick of it at a certain degree. And so, yeah, I don't want to come on a huge rant about that, but yeah, subs suck. Okay, that's all you need to know. That's all the takeaway here. I think I'm using one as a secondary for this. In this video, I take it out a few times here and there, and I think I'm level like 6 or something with it, even though you basically use the same one on all my classes because it just takes so long to kill people with it. They got to increase the time to kill, the damage, not time to kill. They got to increase the damage on most subs, if not all of them, right? The only one who like might be usable is like the rival. The striker was really good, for those of you who remember from the beta, but it looks like they nerfed it a little too hard. And I guess along with that, they really didn't know how to nerf the other submachine guns. And so, yeah, it kind of sucks in that aspect. But yeah, that's basically it for my thoughts on a couple more issues regarding Modern Warfare 3. Now that we're kind of getting our hands on it, we're kind of experimenting and getting more stuff in the armory unlocks. And a lot of that stuff is kind of coming together. It's good. It's a fun game still. I'm still enjoying this game. I know a lot of people just can't wrap their head around it. People are just like, oh, zombies is bad, campaign's bad. I don't play that stuff. I'm playing multiplayer. I like the maps. Most of the weapons fun. The time to kill is good. I think a lot of the stuff is good, dude. I don't have any real complaints aside from like the things I just mentioned, as well as skill-based matchmaking. But like, yeah, man, I don't have a whole lot of real complaints. The game is fun. I enjoy it. I can see myself playing it for a long time, and I have been playing it for a long time. I'm a pretty busy person at this time. I am dating now, for those of you who are curious, I guess, about that. I wasn't before, but I am now. So, I'm busy, I'm doing stuff. I'm doing stuff in real life, and I still like to play this game on my free time. I'm not going to turn down real life events still. It's not like that good of a game, but it's still fun to play this game in my free time. And, it's something I'd rather do than, I never thought about hopping back on Valorant, let's say, versus back in Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2022, Modern Warfare 2 2022. Yeah, I installed Valorant. We'll see. That's kind of how you can tell if I'm enjoying Call of Duty or not. If I start talking about Valorant, yeah, the COD is chalked for me. You know what I'm saying? It's chalked. I'm not trying to play that game anymore. But we're not here yet, Maybe it's still honeymoon phase. I know it's still early. Technically, the game's been out for like, a week? So I get it. Maybe in another week or two, it'll be stale. But at the same time, we're getting 10v10 Mosh Pit and Rust 24/7 for those of you who are curious. And so I think a lot of weapon grinding will be able to be done on those maps. And then soon, hopefully I'll just be able to play the game for fun, play search for fun, play hardpoint for fun, and maybe ranked play eventually. And hopefully, we'll have a good time this year. I'm really looking forward to this year. I'm probably going to end up playing ranked play and search and destroy much more as soon as I get the camos. I want to get the mastery camo for all the weapons, and so that's going to take a long time, probably at least January, February. Depends on how long I play and how much time I have, but yeah, man, that's it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Okay, we're very close to 10K subscribers. Channel's doing really well. I'd really appreciate any support y'all can give. And that's it. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Have a great, what's today? Today's Monday for you guys. Have a great week up ahead. Happy Thanksgiving. I'll definitely see you before Thanksgiving with another video. But if you miss it, whatever, because you didn't subscribe or hit the notification bell, then happy early Thanksgiving, I guess. Anyway, that's it. Peace, and peace.